Should we talk about the Gabe Cube?
Yeah, okay, so the reason that I thought this was interesting is because Stace had a Steam Deck for a long time, and
I loved it.
And tried to run Windows on it, if I remember correctly.
I did it wrong.
And it did not go very well.
I ran it off of an SD card, and micro SD card storage is like slower than 5,400 RPM hard drive slow. Okay. What I should have done was run it off of a like USB-C dock, or like partition the drive, installed it myself.
On a solid state or something.
Like on the internal drive. But like, because SteamOS wipes the drive, I would have to take the drive out, put it into something else, like cloned a partition, and then cloned a Windows partition, like into the separate partitions, because either one of them will just erase the whole thing. But if I'd done it that way, I think it would have been more okay, but it didn't have certain drivers, like it didn't have certain driver support, like audio, for example, only worked through headphones, not the speakers. But with the Steam machine, even though they're saying they're not supporting Windows, they've released drivers.
Yeah, and so this brings us to our item here, is that the Steam machine was recently benchmarked, according to videocards.com with a Z, on Windows 11, and it showed similar stats to SteamOS and small gains at 4K.
You know,
that's pretty exciting.
I don't know how to interpret this. Like, does that mean that like it just doesn't have the Windows bloat, or does that mean that SteamOS has become bloated, or does that mean that like Windows is trimmed down? Like what?
Well, it says here the processor scored 99 points on Cinebench 2024, single core test at 554 points. In multi-core, it was 5.3% faster than a Ryzen 5 5600X.
Sorry, can you pronounce that benchmarking?
Cinebench? Yes. It's very Canadian.
Not Cinebench?
Yeah.
Cinebench?
Cinebench.
Yeah, c'est du Cinebench.
C'est le Cinebench.
99.
Cine, qu'est-ce que c'est le Cinebench?
It scored 420, 10-9. That wasn't a meme, that was just the direct translation from French.
It did reach 92.45 points in 3D Mark. So, you know what, it seems like you can run Windows 11 on a Steam machine quite competently. That is the moral of the story here. Something that initially you might think you don't really need because it's got all your Steam games and everything, but there are certain programs that you may want to switch over to Windows 4. What was it that you were trying to run on Windows that you couldn't on your Steam Deck?
Are you talking like for a video game or software?
Oh, software in general. But
well, I mean, I was trying to run Premiere Pro, but it ran like crap.
Oh, okay.
Because of the transfer speeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the read-write speeds, especially now we've got faster SD cards, but they're super expensive. But if I just use like a USB-C NVMe drive, I'm sure it would have been fine. Mind you, you also then have all the risks that come with running off of like a USB connected drive, right? If you accidentally disconnect it, your OS just crashes.
Right.
And you can cause all sorts of damage to it because it can't do cleanup. So, you know, like there are some trade-offs, but I have a Lenovo Legion Go right now with Bazzite on 90% of the storage, and then a little Windows partition for when I need Windows stuff. And then I use the micro SD card in that as like a storage hard drive for Windows.
How often are you using Windows?
Probably about once a month.
Okay.
Actually, a little less than that.
Like for video stuff or what?
Almost nothing on my handheld. I tried mainlining Windows at first, and
mainlining?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put it in my veins.
Oh, I see. I was trying to daily drive Windows as my gaming OS, but I found that like every time I put the thing to sleep, I would go to wake it and it would be completely out of battery.
Yeah.
Whereas with Bazzite or anything that's SteamOS adjacent, you press the sleep button, you come back, and yeah, it's lost like 10% battery life over the last day and a half, which is fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. The only problem is if you don't have the Windows partition, there's all sorts of settings you can't change, like the RGB settings. So like, if you don't want your power light to flash, you have to go into Windows to change that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I will say...
Did it originally come with Windows?
Yes.
Okay, see, I don't do a lot on handhelds other than my Nintendo Switch, so I had no idea. But
yeah, you know what? I had a guy on the plane back when I was coming back from Toronto recently. And like right near the end of the flight, he like taps me on the shoulder, like, hey, what is that? Because I was playing my Legion Go. I'm like, oh, it's a Lenovo Legion Go. It's a handheld gaming device. He's like, oh, that's sick. How's the battery life on it? I just said, atrocious. Yeah. And then him and the guy sitting beside me would just laughed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, well, how long does it last? I'm like, AAA game, like 45 minutes. And then I pointed out it's connected to a battery bank. But I've been playing Crosscode, and I mean, I could probably get 8+ hours out of that.
Well, it's like the original Game Gear had 6 AA's and was pretty bad on battery life.
It was actually crazy expensive to use a Game Gear without a wall adapter because they didn't really have rechargeable batteries back then.
Well, and think about the price.
Yeah, so like let's say you're spending like $1 an hour on playing that thing. Like that's actually quite expensive when you
Hot
think
take, just to play a game like Sonic, which is miserable.
Yeah, because they shorten the aspect ratio. It's not 4:3. I think it's like 1:1.
I just mean in general. This is a big FU to the Sonic games. I know there's a lot of people that love Sonic the Hedgehog.
I thought we were being
or should I say Sanic. But yeah, I've never, you know what? The problem is the levels aren't linear. And when I was a child, I was like, what is happening? All I'm doing is jumping up the same thing eventually. They all end up there. Yeah.
You just don't want to go fast.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a moron.
You got to go fast, Dan. You got to go fast. But I totally get the criticism. I couldn't figure out when I was a kid either. But I guess if we were a little bit older, maybe. It would have been.
Maybe it would have been a different story.
You know what? There's another thing that's happy about modern technology. You can get rechargeable AA and AAA batteries for cheap. And they last like a decade easily. Yeah. And I don't think I've really bought like disposable AA's since before the pandemic.
Oh, I still buy the big Costco Kirkland packs.
Dan, this guy loves waste.
I'm just throwing batteries out, man.
Yeah, just throw your car battery in the ocean, why don't you?
Left and right. I wake up in the morning and I drain a couple AA's and then just hit the road.
You know what? We actually